Back to school is here, and with all the cost of this time of year, you may be feeling the heat. Well, Premier Heating and Air is here to cool things down with great savings and rebates starting at $1,000 on a new heating and air system. Plus, you can choose from a free gift of a Wi-Fi thermostat, UV light, or a $100 Visa gift card. Also, Premier's $59 service call includes the first pound of Freon free. Visit PremierHeatingandAir.com and experience the Premier difference, a locally owned and operated company.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Team Lawrence. I'm your host, Pat Brock, the Public Information Officer for Lawrence County Schools. And ladies and gentlemen, we are about to start another school year, and we have landed right here at East Lawrence Primary with the wonderful Miss Brandy Purser as the principal. How are you doing, girl?
Wonderful.
Good.
It is a great school year already.
Honey, you got it so colorful here. You got your nice backdrop. You've got flowers painted on the wall as we enter.
Yes, we want to make it very inviting for all of our families and our students.
Very good. Brandy, talk to us a little bit now. Tell us about how things have been going for you as a principal in education, and what has been the most rewarding for you?
Well, just being able to spend time with our students is amazing. They just bring me such joy and energy, and if I'm having a bad day, they come in, give me a hug, and how can you have a bad day when you get hugs like that, right?
I don't know how we made it during COVID. For us who are physical touch, not being able to hug, I don't know how I made it.
Yes.
I'd go home like this. I'm like, honey, I can't take it no more.
I agree.
It's just so, and now, and especially at this age level.
Yes,
How
because
important
this
is that?
It is extremely important. It's their first time ever experiencing school, so we want to make it fun. We want them to know that they're loved. We want them to know that they're safe. That's very important for us. And just give them the absolute best education that we can.
And when you think about the best education, and of course you going into education, you've been in education for what, 18 years? Really, Brandy?
Yes.
What has been your motivation for you throughout the years, and how do you see that you've evolved into the administrator that we see before us today?
Well, I started out as a teacher, so that was amazing in and of itself, but I saw that maybe I can do more. Maybe I can help other educators, and so I became an instructional coach. And then as that evolved, it became an assistant principal role and now principal. And so I just want to try to help students through helping faculty in any way that I can. And so it's evolved. It's been a growing process, and hopefully one that I will continue to do for many years.
For many, many years. And now here it is. Let's talk about this theme.
Yes.
As you walk into this building, you'll see these lovely flowers. And I posted those pictures, by the way, for your open house this morning. You see the flowers painted. Tell us about this theme and how you've motivated your team throughout this past week of teacher planning.
So our theme is Ready, Set, Grow, and that's what we want to do here. We have flowers everywhere. We have insects, not real ones, but other ones flying around the building, and we just want to be bright, colorful, upbeat, clean. We were fortunate this year to have all new furniture for our students and our teachers. Thank you, Lawrence County Board of Education, for that. Our hallways are clean. We were professionally waxed over the summer. We have a lot of new LED lighting also. It's brightened up our hallways, and so we just want to be inviting, and we want students to be here and excited about learning, and we're excited about learning.
I love that for you guys here. And of course, I always love coming over here to ELP. Yes. Now, this past week, you've had teacher planning. So you've got a lot of new educators, some brand new and some that have transitioned from different areas and districts. What did you do this past week to kind of get the team together, to kind of rally them together to be prepared for this upcoming year?
So we always have a beginning of the year meeting where we feed them breakfast, we come together, we fellowship, in addition to starting off our year just with lots of meetings and things of that nature that are normal. And we have a lot of mentorship programs here as well. We have 6 new teachers to our building, not necessarily new teachers. Most are veteran teachers, but we have 6 new teachers here to ELP. And we have a new bookkeeper and registrar here. We have 2 new custodians and 2 new parapros. So we have some new faces. Yeah. We have a lot of veteran faces as well. And we've just all come together and tried to make everybody feel a part of the ELP family.
And that is so very important,
Yes.
And when you're talking about the kids after the summer, oh my gosh. The struggle is going to be real, right?
Is.
Because they're now having to get reacclimated to a schedule.
Yes, they are.
Getting up early, going to bed,
Yes.
and
It's a little quiet the first week, typically. We have a few that don't want to come, you know, might be a few tears, but most of the time we have, it's a little quiet. But by week 2, they're on it and they're ready. And so we've got to be ready for them too. We're working on that.
And you know, for this new year for you, Brandy, have you had any like goals that you want to make sure that you'll attain?
Yes, literacy is our #1 goal. If we can't read, then a lot of the other subjects don't fall into place either. And so we're constantly, listen, I'd put our teachers and staff up against anybody in the United States because they're phenomenal. But we always want to see what we can do better, you know, what areas that we can fill the gaps and just try to bridge our low socioeconomic with what they need, students who have never been to school before compared to students who have been to school. So we're constantly looking for ways to improve, and I'm fortunate and lucky that my team is always looking for ways to grow as well. And so we just put our heads together. Many brains are better than one, and so the team that we build here is phenomenal, and so can't wait to see how it unfolds.
Oh my gosh! And so we're about to be able to speak with a few of them, right? A few of your new people. Is there anything you want to make sure that the people of Dublin, Lawrence County know, or anything you'd like to get out about any new things that are taking place here at ELP?
The most important thing is that our community members know that your children will be loved like you love them at home. They will be kept as safe as we possibly can, and we're going to work to provide them the absolute best education, and we take that very seriously, all aspects of that. And so literacy is very important. We're pushing that. Any help that we can get from the community, we welcome that, and just team with us, partner with us to build that. And I can't wait to see how the school year unfolds.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. So parents, what she's telling you guys is you're a team. That teamwork makes the dream work. You're looking for you've got the same goals in mind. You want these kids to really be ready, set, and to grow. Not just, you know, physically as they grow, but education wise, you know, spiritually, whatever that, emotionally, social, you want to make sure that all those needs are being met. Absolutely. So Brandy Purser, it's always a pleasure chatting with you. I love being here. Thank you so much for all that you've done, all that you do to pour into these young people and to pour into your staff, because when you're able to make sure that you're meeting the needs of the staff, they themselves will in turn give the best that they have in those classrooms and whatever they do here in this building. Yes. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is the lovely principal here at East Lawrence Primary, Brandy Purser.
Progressive Rural Telephone Co-op offers a full range of communication products and services to its members in Lawrence County and surrounding areas. We take pride in being your total communications provider, and we work hard to provide quality services at the best prices. In addition to offering phone service, we provide high-speed internet and digital high-def TV. And we always strive to put our members first. Progressive Rural, your total communications company. Small enough to know you, large enough to serve you. ProgressiveTel.com. Call 478-984-4201 or stop by 890 Simpson Avenue in Renss. Progressive Rural Telephone Co-op.
Now's the time to get a great deal on taking care of your property. You need the #1 selling subcompact tractor in the U.S. so you can do it all and do it right. Z-Series mowers that deliver a quality cut, and Sidekick utility vehicles where durability meets speed. Right now, bring home select Kubota equipment with 0% financing available or save up to $2,500.
Products you can count on, a name you can trust. That's Midstate Tractor and Equipment.
We are back, ladies and gentlemen, and when Miss Brandy Purser was talking about the level and the caliber of educators that she's gotten here, we've got two with us right now that have a whole different story, but they're here now for the same goal, and we're so very proud of them. We'll start with you, sir. Introduce yourself to everybody. Tell us a little bit about you and your family. Give us some background history on you, okay? And then we'll segue into where we are now with you being here at East Lawrence Primary.
All right, my name is Kyle Davis. I've had 7 years in education prior to this. I've had experience in the self-contained setting, resource setting, and also the co-teaching, which is what I'll be doing this year. I'm moving to co-teach in first grade from the middle high grades. I'm moving back home. This is my hometown, and so I'll be a lot closer to home, and I'm glad to be here back in Lawrence County.
Very good. Now, we heard you're a Raider, right? What year did you
Yes, ma'am.
graduate?
2010.
Look at that. Well, now, were you an athlete back then?
Yes, ma'am. I played soccer. I kicked for the football team, and tennis was my
Look at
thing.
you. Now, Kevin Gibson, you and he are classmates, right?
Yeah, I think he was a year or two younger than me.
What
yeah.
was Kevin like in school? Do you remember him at all?
Yeah, I mean, he was quiet, funny, had a good sense of humor, and that was it.
He's still the same. Did he have hair like Jesus?
Not back then, I don't know. Not quite that long.
I love that. We're glad to have you here, Mr. Davis. All right, now, your turn, baby girl.
I am Chasmine Wright. I have been at ELP for 6 years. This will be my first year as a pre-K teacher. Whoop, whoop. I graduated from Middle Georgia State. I have 4 kids, and I'm excited to be here, and a husband as well.
Her husband happens to be my little great nephew here. And now, Chasmine, here it is, baby girl. You have been in the system for quite some time, and you've got 4 kids. You've had to juggle so much to reach this milestone. What has this journey been like for you?
This journey has been a tough one, but with God on my side and this ELP family praying for me, keeping me encouraged, it has helped me tremendous.
My gosh. Now you're a fool. A teacher.
Oh, what's that?
And you know, if you don't know her mother, Belinda Stanley at the board office, you know, just knowing the family that you've had behind you and helping push you towards this journey, what does it feel like for you, Chaz?
Amazing. I'm speechless sometimes because I don't really know how did I get here. Wow. But I'm thankful and I'm grateful for everything that everyone has done in supporting me.
Well, we're certainly glad to have you here. And, you know, I talk a lot, guys, about your teaching philosophy and, you know, the energy that's in your classroom. And so I need to know what your style of teaching is, because what are you teaching?
I'm a special education teacher.
Okay. So what is your teaching style like in working with your kids?
As a special education teacher, I'd just say meeting kids where they're at. That's the main thing. Whatever their deficits may be, whether academic, emotional, just trying to meet a kid where they're at and then bring out their best self, their strengths.
For sure. Now, has there been anyone in your life, Mr. Davis, that has been, you know, like a role model for why you went into education in the first place?
Well, I actually have a sister with special needs, with cerebral palsy, that's in a wheelchair. So I kind of grew up around people with disabilities and was very used to that. And I guess I saw my mom always taking care of people like that and then being around in that environment. So it just kind of came naturally. I guess something I learned from my mother, yeah.
So here it is. You in this profession is truly coming from the heart.
For sure, yeah, yeah.
Now, Miss Wright, for you, when you think about your style of teaching, when you were actually, you know, a parapro and now as a teacher now, what is your teaching philosophy, your style? How are you going to make sure that the kids, for one, when they come into that classroom tomorrow, things you're going to be working on to kind of get them ready for this year?
Similar to him, more hands-on, trying to reach them where they are, pushing them to their goals to meet for kindergarten. Because, you know, when you start in pre-K, you come in empty-handed, and now when you leave, you'll have a tool to start off in kindergarten.
Oh, my gosh, pre-K, Lord, you're going to have some kind of time tomorrow.
Pray for me.
Because, and I say that, parents, if a kid has never been in an environment where it's with other kids to where they've been able to really learn a lot of social skills, or if they've been with their parents the whole time and then having to transition out of that, you know, you're going to have your hands full.
We'll. A lot.
Oh, my God.
But we're going to make it.
We're going to make it.
Gonna make it.
We're going to make it. And, you know, getting ready for this new year, I mean, everybody's excited. Everybody's excited. And, you know, when you talk about the field of education, we have so many kids that are going into the field. Who's been your biggest influence for you?
That's a tough question. But I can say my biggest influence, I would say Erica Hall.
Oh, she's a beast.
She is a beast.
She's a beast.
She has instilled a lot of tools into me and making sure that I know my ins and outs and the pluses and what I need to do to make sure that their kids are safe, that they're learning what they need to learn. She has done her job.
Oh, that's wonderful. That's wonderful. And, you know, we like to give a message to those parents out there because they're entrusting, you know, you all to take care of their kids. They're entrusting you to be what they need in this building to help them to not only to be successful in the classroom, but also just to meet other needs. But what kind of things, or what do you want to say to those parents that are trusting you with their kids? We'll start with you.
Like Miss Brandy mentioned earlier, I don't personally have kids yet, but we expect to treat those kids just like our own family, and like if they were their kids. And so again, just the trusting that we're going to do the best that we can, and again, treat everyone fairly. So
Very good. So parents, we need your support. We need your support, okay? What do you want to say to those parents? He has no kids, but you got 4.
I got 4.
You done?
Yes, ma'am.
See, that's a family thing. I had to ask that publicly. I need to see what she's looking at.
I'm done. But basically give the parents the reassurance that their kids are safe, that they will be learning, they will be in the best place ever outside of their parents. They will be loved. They'll be in a happy place.
Yeah.
So when they come home, they'll have a lot to tell you. So be ready to listen.
And they talk a lot.
Will do.
Well, congratulations to both of you with your new positions. We're glad to have you here at East Lawrence Primary. Ms. Purser has a high standard, and you all are here. I know you're ready to meet those needs of those young people. We just hope you and pray you have a great year, and you're moving forward, and you're ready, set, and you yourselves are growing. Thank you so much. This is Mr. Davis and Ms. Wright.
First Lawrence Bank invites you to experience banking at its best. Whether you have personal or business needs, we're a full-service bank big enough to handle all of your banking needs and small enough to provide you with that personal touch you've grown to expect from a community bank like First Lawrence Bank. Looking forward to your future. That's First Lawrence Bank in Dublin and Dexter, member FDIC.
You better get up early if you want to beat a deal from Dublin Chevy GMC. With discounts up to $10,000 and special financing rates as low as 0%, the Roosters aren't the only ones crowing about our deals. And remember, if you're happy with your car or truck, take advantage of our award-winning GM Certified Service Department for all your maintenance or service needs. Hey, thanks Middle Georgia for helping Dublin GMC be a 2024 GMC Mark of Excellence Trophy Award winner. Come in and beat the heat here at Dublin Chevy GMC.
You know, we're having a great day here at East Lawrence Primary, getting the opportunity to meet some of the new employees and just to kind of listen to them about little backstories and what they're bringing to the table. And we've got 2 more lovely ladies with us here, and we're going to let them tell you all about themselves. We'll start with you. How you doing, darling?
Doing well. How are you?
Doing well. Talk to us. I know your face looks familiar. That's why I'm like, okay, I thought you were already here, but here we go. Talk to us, darling.
My name is Amy Lloyd, and I am from Dublin. I grew up at Trinity, and I went to Dublin City when I moved back home, and I was there for 21 years.
Oh, my God.
This is year 25, so I have 24 years in education.
Oh, my gosh. Amy, 21 years at Dublin City Schools. That's my alma mater. You know, and tell us what you teach.
I teach special education. I have taught kindergarten through 5th grade, and most of that has been in self-contained, but I've taught resource. I've been a co-teacher, and Dr. Williams had me teach 1st grade for a couple of years.
Oh, my God.
And I said, take it back to my babies.
When you think about why you stay in education or has stayed in education for so long, what has been that motivation for you?
Well, so much was poured into me, and I was blessed with small groups of students. And so when I went to Georgia Southern, I was just drawn to special education, and I felt they all deserved the same amount of small group and personalized education that I received myself.
And now here it is. You're bringing it over here to Lawrence County Schools. Thank you so much. All right, we've got this stallion over here. I'm looking up to her. Talk to us, lady.
Hi.
Tell us, introduce yourself to us. Tell us all about you, okay?
Hi, my name is Wanda Jackson, and I just moved here from Lake City, Florida. And I'm a mother of 3. I have 5 grandkids. I worked in medical for 28 years, and I always wanted to work in the school system. So here I am, and I'm happy to be here.
Look at this, Miss Jackson. What do your grandkids call you?
Granny.
Granny. You know, Miss Jackson, when you think about the time you've had in the medical field and now transition here, what's your position here?
My position here is a custodian.
You see how clean the school is? Y'all gonna be tearing it.
We're gonna be tearing it up. We're gonna keep it that way.
And let me tell you something. I have a good read on people. I can look at Miss Jackson and tell you she don't play, baby. Don't come in her house and try to mess it up. And don't come into school
and try to mess it up.
How has your transition been, Miss Jackson? How's it been?
It's been wonderful. I thank Miss Brandy Purser for hiring me, and put in a good word for me to be here. And yes.
And we talk about the educational aspect of making sure that these kids learn and grow. You cannot do all of this if you're not in an environment that is conducive for learning. And that's talking about keeping things clean. And tell me what standard. I know you got a high standard. I know you do. I can tell the way you're doing your lips. What is it that you want to make sure that you do that's excellent in this work that you do?
That we all keep it clean as possible is number one, and working as a team is number two, and it's also number three too. But the most important thing is we work together to try to keep this the way it need to be.
And for you being a grandmother, I know that you're going to build relationships with these kids. How are you going to navigate that? Because I know that instinct in you is in you. And when you see these little kids,
just to look, the look and let them know everything's gonna be all right.
Hey, Miss Jackson.
Hey, how you doing? Everything's gonna be all right. We're gonna be good today.
I love that. And when you talk about working with kids at this level and at this age, they're so impressionable. And it's like everything that you do at every level, it's like they're watching you, and then they mimic you. So do you consider yourself a mentor?
Oh, absolutely.
And in what ways what qualities that you possess that make you a person that someone should glean from?
Well, I feel like when our students come, we model for them what we want from them. Yeah. So if they come in and they're excited, then we model calmness. And if they come in and they're upset because something happened before they got on the bus, then we model how to handle that. We teach them how to breathe through that, how to problem solve, how to code switch from that environment into school, and to make school fun, but also to make it welcoming and to be a safe place.
For sure. Now, you tell us, Ms. Jackson, talk to us about your team here, like who's working with you, and have you all gotten together to kind of like talk about your standard of how you're going to do things and who's responsible for what?
We hadn't got together yet, but I'm sure we're gonna get together sometime today before tomorrow comes. Yes,
I can tell you're gonna gather up.
Yeah, we're gonna gather up. We're gonna, but it's gonna be fun. And like she said, we're gonna be the first people with these kids see in the mornings, and we're gonna bring a very positive role with them.
Absolutely.
Because you never know.
You never know.
You never know.
Until you never know the environment that they're coming from. And so when you think about that, about not knowing where these kids are coming from, it's important that they get the best possible care here. And when I walked into the school, I noticed how clean it was. And having that standard before, utmost and foremost, that's important.
It is.
People that come into, like you come into your house, right? You got to have that thing together. And so your job is so intricate and so important to the whole for this, for East Lawrence Primary. Is there anything you want to make sure that the people out there or the kids might know about you and your role here in helping keep this school clean?
Excuse me. Just come on in, and if you see Miss Wanda, just ask, Miss Wanda, do you think, is this the way? Shall I do this or shall I do that? And it's going to be, day one is going to be beginning. Day two is going to be okay.
Yeah. I can tell you're going to be a mama and a grandmama to so many people here.
I'm going to try. I'm going to try.
You got it.
Treat them the way I want to be treated, and treat them how they need to be treated.
There it is right there. Anything else you want to say to the parents out there of those kids that you're going to be working with on a daily basis?
Absolutely. I would say to parents, never assume that your child is not capable of doing something. Never assume that they can't or they won't do something, because when we get them in the classroom, you'd be amazed at what your child is capable of. Yeah. So let us as educators help you learn what your child is truly capable of, because if they can't do it yet, they will.
They will.
They will.
Well, listen, Miss Lloyd, it is a pleasure meeting you and now having you here at Lawrence County Schools. Thank you for all the work that you have done with the students at Dublin City Schools. Susie Dasher, our hearts and prayers go out as Miss Fluker is recovering. She's a dear friend of mine, and working with her and all the work that you've done, it's going to transcend to where you are now, and we want to thank you for that. We're glad to have you on Team Lawrence. Miss Jackson. coming from Florida and being acclimated to this place here, we're glad to have you here.
Thank you.
You're not here by chance. You know, you talk about your family. You about to get a bigger family than you even dreamed of having. We're glad to have you here. I know you operate out of a spirit of excellence. I know you have standards, and this is the opportunity for you to implement that and still be around all these little babies. So we're glad to have you
Thank
here.
you so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Miss Jackson, and then we have Miss Lloyd. Thank you all so much.